rusted suit. Oh yeah, it was 93. It was 1993, all right. But anyway, yes. I'm sorry? You don't remember me. No, you don't. What? Well, I lost. Do you remember that part? Stupid jerks. Can I tell you a funny story? I went there to do this show, and I thought to myself, okay, look, you're not a huge superstar singer, you're probably not gonna win, but if you just do your best, right? If you walk off the stage knowing that you did as good as you could do, right? You can be pleased with that, right? Like, you can only throw a ball so far, you can only run so fast, you can only sing, you can only do your best. That's all you can hope for in anything you do. So I was waiting to go on stage, and the guy that was the reigning champion sang first. His name was Roscoe, and he was from Miami, and he had like black greasy hair pulled back in a ponytail, and he was all black, flapping poet shirt, and he'd been winning and winning and winning, and so he always sang Michael Bolton songs. Does anybody remember Michael Bolton? Well, this particular night, he sang Love is a Wonderful Thing. Love is a wonderful thing, right? And I'm standing in the wings, while he's out on stage, I'm standing in the wings waiting to go out and sing, and I was listening to him, and he sounded crappy. He was really off pitch, bad. And I started thinking, I could win this. I'm like, he sounds like poop. I could conceivably win. So he gets done, and I walk out, and I take my place on my mark, while the announcer, Ed McMahon, was over there, and now from Houston, Texas, welcome, Vic Mignogna. And while he was introducing me, I felt my stomach go, and I thought, what the heck is this? I've been singing since I was a little kid. I've been performing since I was a little kid. I'm not nervous. But I couldn't get myself to, just the reality that I was in front of 4 million people, and you get one chance, And I got kind of nervous. I got these butterflies in my stomach, and I didn't do a great job. It wasn't my best. And I have to tell you this because it's really funny. So when I finished, I thought, okay, darn it, that wasn't great, but he was really bad. So maybe I could still win. So what they do, if you remember Star Search, what they do is they bring the champion out and the challenger, and you literally stand right beside each other, and they put you on camera for the world to see your faces when they announce who wins, right? So here's him and here's me, like there's no hiding anything. And I'm thinking, okay, he sounded like poop, right? He can't possibly do that well. The most you could get is 4 stars, by the way, in Star Search. So we're standing there, and we rehearsed it, earlier in the day, and they're like, you're gonna stand here, and both of you look at the camera when they announce the winner. So we're all both standing there, looking into the camera, and Ed McMahon says, the champion receives 3.5 stars, and you can see my face on national television do this. I was like, oh, I'm good, I'm done. If they gave him 3.5 stars, I'm out. So I didn't win, and I was pretty embarrassed. So I hid the video away. I had it on video, and I hid it away. No one ever saw it. And as I was putting the concert DVD together, somebody said to me, hey, you should put your Star Search appearance on the video. I'm like, shut up. Are you kidding? Humiliating moment of my life. But then I thought, man, what the heck? Face your fears. Face your humiliation. Somebody will get a good laugh out of it, and it won't be all bad. So it's on there as well. So the concert DVD is a lot of fun. Yes? Huh? Here, let's let everybody hear. Hold on a second. Here.
Thanks, Vic. Mine's sort of a two-parter. The first part is for people looking to put together their own voice demo. Can you give some advice as to what kind of aspects of your voice that you would want to display, and things that you would want to include on that, if you don't have a wide variety of things that you've already worked on, such as yourself. And then the second part, and the second part is, at a con you were a guest speaker at a number of years ago, you told a really nice story about a young lady whose life turned around or something because of your work with the Full Metal Alchemist series, and I was wondering if maybe you could recount that for us.
First, let me answer the first one, because I know a lot of people here are interested in voice acting and maybe wonder what's involved in it. I was very lucky, because I started voice acting when it was very small, when it hadn't grown as large as it has now. But most voice actors that I know have a huge background in acting. Like they've been acting on stage, and been doing theater production work and on-camera work for a long time. They've studied acting, they went to school for theater arts. I mean, they didn't just say, I want to be a voice actor. No, they wanted to be an actor. And voice acting was just another opportunity to act, using, a different set of tools and skills, but still acting at its core. But now, if you're interested in voice acting, a demo, like you said, a demo is a good thing. What I would encourage you to do, the best thing you could do, if you're wanting to figure out how to make a good demo, what would make a good demo? Go online and find and look up demos of people you like, and people whose work you like. Because there are thousands of demos online, many from people whose voices you know, and use them as a reference, because if it's somebody you know, it means that there's somebody who's getting hired to do jobs, which means that their demo's probably pretty good, and you could use that as a reference. You never want a demo that's too long. People have sent me demos before that are like 3 and 4 minutes long. I'm like, no. After 40 seconds to 60 seconds, somebody's going to turn it off and go on to something else. Plus, they tend to put a lot of characters on it that sound the same. Don't do that. It's always better leaving somebody wanting more than less. Right, Becca? It's always better for people to go, man, I'd love to hear a little bit more of this guy. And you stop, and they're like, oh, wait a minute, I want to hear more. As opposed to, checking the watch and turning it off and being done, because it's too long. Another thing about making demos is don't ever put a voice on there that you're not prepared to do for 5 or 10 hours. I've been guilty of this myself. I auditioned for things and I used some freaky, scary, intense, throat-ripping, guttural kind of a voice. Yes, very much like Broly from Dragon Ball Z. And then you book the job and you're like, oh crap, I have to actually do that voice now? You know what I mean? You can do it for 3 minutes when you're making a demo, right? But if you have to go and do a series that's freaking